Alright, this is a bit of an off-the-cuff rant, but I am extremely pissed off, and if I'm talking into a microphone, I'm technically not talking to myself. So, recently, Minecraft has made it mandatory that you migrate any existing Mojang accounts, which is what you would have if you bought the game back in the day when the game was new prior to the Microsoft buyout, to a Microsoft account. So you're migrating it from a Mojang account to a Microsoft account. Now, this has been an option for a couple years now. Notice I say option. Now, recently this year, they are making it mandatory. And if you do not migrate your Mojang account by the 10th of this month to a Microsoft account, you will permanently lose access to the game that you paid for. And not only the game that you paid for, but also the world files and everything within the game that you care about. Your realms, all of that stuff. So, I've been putting it off because I knew what a pain in the ass it was going to be. But today I woke up and I was like, okay, well, my realm is kind of being active again. Like, I'm getting my sister and one of my friends to play on the server again. So, I might as well go ahead and just get this all transferred over now so that I can make sure we don't lose the realm and everything's set up. So, I begin the migration process, which you just click a button right on the launcher, begin migration. And it says, all right, well, before we go any further with the migration to a Microsoft account, we need to confirm that it's really you. So we're going to send a verification code to the email associated with your Mojang account. Now, at that point, I'm already facepalming, I'm already groaning, because this email that I used for my Mojang account, remember, I bought this game over a decade ago. That email associated with that account, I've not really used for anything except for Minecraft, which I've gone years without playing. So it's bad enough I barely even remember the login for that email, right? So I spend 15 minutes racking my brain, looking through old files and old documents, trying to find if I ever wrote down the login info somewhere, and thank God I did, because I used a different password than I use on anything else. And I log in, and Yahoo tells me, yes, it was a Yahoo email, because back in the day, that's what I used. Yahoo tells me, well, your account has been inactive for so long that it has been deactivated. It was closed. You could not get any more emails. But now that you've signed in again, we've gone ahead and reactivated it. Okay, no big deal. As long as it's reactivated and I can get emails, then I should be able to get this verification that I need to keep my Minecraft account. So, just to make sure that it's open, I log into my Gmail and I email my Yahoo account just to make sure that the email goes through. It does. So I know that that email is active. I know that I'm getting emails. So I go back to the Minecraft thing and I tell them, all right, send me the verification code. I'm ready. So I hit the button, and then I wait, and then I wait, and then I wait, and then eventually I realize I'm not getting this fucking code. So I hit the button to resend the code, because sometimes that happens, when they go to send verification codes. I've had that before where you got to hit resend because something fucks up and you don't get the first one. So I'm like, okay, resend it. So I resend, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I realize pretty quickly that I'm not getting this one either. So I go to the old Googles to pop a goog, as the kids say, and what I am told is that, and this is from the forums essentially, I'm told that when an email account associated with a Minecraft account is deactivated, Mojang then deactivates it within their systems, and then can no longer send emails to that email. I'm not sure why they do this, not even sure how the system really works, but that's the way the guy described it on the forums. And the guy said, even if you reactivate the email, you have to contact support directly to be able to receive emails from Minecraft again. So I'm like, oh my Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me? I go to the support. There's a little button right on the thing. It says contact support. And funnily enough, they wanted me to use the email account associated with the Mojang account that I was trying to transfer to submit the support ticket. So I had to basically submit the email that they can't even email in the first place. So I'm thinking to myself, well, this is pointless, but I did it anyways. I filled it out. And lo and behold, like 2 minutes later, I get an email. And it's from support, and it's this support agent who's in a live chat ready to, quote-unquote, help me. Well, now I'm a little baffled, because this email came from Minecraft. This support email came from Minecraft. So they can send me a support email, but they can't send me the verification email. So I get in the live chat, and the guy says, hey, what's your problem? What's going on? And so I explain the entire conundrum. I say, basically, I'm trying to migrate my old Mojang account to a Microsoft account, but because my email was deactivated at one point, your system is incapable of sending the verification code. I said, I need you to either send the verification code manually if possible, or I need to update the email to one that was never deactivated. And this support agent says, okay, do you have the transaction ID? He says to go any further with this support ticket, he needs my transaction ID. And it was at that moment that my eyes narrowed and my brow furrowed. And very quietly, very softly, just from the very tippy top of my lungs, barely above a whisper, I say, what the fuck? Because, if you'll remember, I bought this game over a decade ago. Over a decade ago, when I bought the game, I was not told at any point that the transaction ID, essentially the receipt, would ever be used as any form of important verification. Needless to say, I do not have a digital receipt for a game that I bought when I was 11 or 12 years old, over a decade ago. And so, I explained to him very kindly how old this account was and how I did not have the receipt. And he says, without the transaction ID, there is nothing we can do. Now, at this point, I am furiously rubbing my temples in absolute disbelief as I feel the migraine begin to ascend from the depths of my soul into my head. And so I send another message to clarify. And I verbatim, I said, okay, let me clarify. So because I do not have a transaction ID for a game that I bought over 10 years ago, I am going to lose access to my Minecraft account entirely. And here's where things get really almost cosmically hilarious. The support agent says, unfortunately, yes. And then he says, I sympathize. The same thing happened to me. He says the same thing happened to him. And then he says, I had to buy the game again. He tells me that he had to buy the game again because he didn't have the transaction ID. Okay, here's the thing. This motherfucker works for them. He works for Minecraft. And he couldn't get this issue resolved? Well then, what fucking hope is there for a peon like me? So at that point, I send a strongly worded reply, which I will not repeat. And then I start thinking, okay, well, clearly I'm not getting this account back. They're not going to send the verification. I don't have a receipt from over a decade ago. Shame on me, shame on me. I should really keep every receipt for everything that I've ever bought for the entirety of history. And when I die, I should have all of my receipts digitally scanned and uploaded to the cloud. To Bill Gates, 1984-esque technological world where the cloud controls everything. I should just have all of my receipts uploaded to the cloud, just in case I ever need them in the afterlife and they need to be transported back to hell. If I get to hell and Satan's like, hey, so if you want to progress any further into the 7 circles of hell, I'm gonna need your Minecraft transaction ID from fucking 2010. And I concede, I'm not going to get my account back, because if a fucking Minecraft employee can't get his account back, then I'm not getting it back. But again, I've got a realm and a world file that I care pretty deeply about tied to this account. And so, to keep this account, let me explain what the process is, what I'm going to have to go through here, and what I'm in the midst of doing right now while I record this. So number 1, I needed to download a backup of the world from my realm. So I went into Realms and I downloaded the backup file. Mind you, the file was fucking massive. Because this realm has been so thoroughly explored. I mean, me and my friends have basically explored in every direction within, I would say, a radius of about 12 to 15,000 blocks. So there is a shitload of world that has been rendered and that has been spawned, that has to be stored and remembered. Right? The more you explore your Minecraft world, the more that gets generated, the bigger the world file is. We played on this server almost obsessively for over a year. The world file is fucking huge, so that took forever to download. But it finally downloads. And what I'm going to have to do now that I've downloaded the world file is I'm going to have to email the file to myself, which is what I'm doing right now. Right now, Gmail is attaching the zip file. I sent it to a compressed file, and I attached it to my email. I'm emailing it to myself. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get on my laptop. I'm going to buy Minecraft again with a Microsoft account this time. I'm going to download the world file that I have sent myself. And I'm going to buy a new realm and upload that world file to said realm. And then, once that's done, once I have my new account and my new realm with my old world file, then I have to figure out how the fuck to cancel a realm subscription for a Mojang account that apparently I have no access to do anything with. If they can't email me anything, how am I supposed to cancel the old realm subscription? Am I going to just be continuing to pay $7 a month perpetually until the day I die for a realm that I have no access to because of a fucked up migration system? No. What I'm going to have to do, more than likely, is I'm going to have to call my credit card company. And I'm going to have to tell them, stop taking these charges from this particular place. But then again, I don't even know if that's going to work, because I'm going to use the same fucking credit card for the new realm, so I don't even fucking... Listen, moral of the story is, fuck Minecraft, fuck Microsoft, fuck the support agent, fuck Mojang, let's see, what else is... Am I leaving anything else out? Fuck verification emails. Fuck that. Especially, that's what gets me. That's what fucking gets me. They can send me an email telling me that there is a support agent ready to help me, quote-unquote help. But they can't just email me the fucking verification code. Do you know how many times I've bought Minecraft? Do you know how many times I've bought Minecraft? And I'm gonna have to buy it again. I've bought Minecraft on PC. I bought it on Xbox 360. I bought it on Switch. I bought it on the phone. I bought it on PlayStation 4. I have done nothing. Absolutely nothing to deserve this. I don't deserve this. I shouldn't have to buy the game a 6th fucking time. I'm done. I'm done with the video. I'm done. Look, moral of the story is, fuck everything, fuck everyone, fuck you. This is bullshit.